Alrighty guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video about my personal survival kit belt pouch. This is for Bushcraft USA, Bushclass USA on the Bushcraft USA forums, for the elective lesson for finishing up basic class here. And I've done a video on what I carried in this before. That was actually the first video on my channel, but I have done a boatload of stuff to it since then, added a ton of stuff. So I'm just going to go over what I have in here today. First off, it's about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 inches wide. It's about, not counting the buckle that sticks out a little bit, it's about 3.5 inches. With the buckle, it's about 4 inches thick. And tall, it is about 5.5 to 6 inches. Alrighty, let's get down to it. Open it up. On the front here, this front buckle, there's a front pouch there that you can stick a cell phone or whatever in. I got a number of things in here. First off is this here. This is a large, I think it's about 40 to 50 gallon black trash bag. And this is not one of the big 3 mil ones, one of the big thick heavy duty ones. This is a thinner, like 1.5 mil, because the thicker ones, there's no way I could have fit it in this kit. But I have that in there, and that's for cover. You can use it, fill it with leaves and debris for a sleeping mat. You can use it as a rain poncho. You can do all number of things. You open it up for a tarp, that kind of thing. I also have a large piece of aluminum foil, heavy aluminum foil, folded flat in here. This is, I think, about 1 by 2 feet, 1 foot wide, 2 feet long, folded up. I also have a Fresnel lens from Survival Resources. I had this in this kit in my last video, and it works great. Oops, dropped it there. And it comes in this plastic sleeve here that I have about 2 feet of Gorilla Tape on, and the Gorilla Tape burns, so it's another tinder source. You can use it for repairs. You can use it to toughen up the corners of this, to tie this out as a tarp. You can do all kinds of stuff, first aid, lots of different things. Let's see, what else do we got in here? Alright, here we go. Also in here I have, I think it's 5 sheets of, it's like the rain paper, waterproof paper, and it also burns, and water doesn't take away the burning ability of it. But this isn't Right in the Rain brand. It's actually an off brand I got at Lowe's. But it's graph paper, works great. Actually, my uncle gave this to me the other day, and I'm liking it a lot better than the Right in the Rain pad that I had used. Anyways, that's it for the front pouch here. After that, there's this main pouch, this main pocket. Let me open it up here. Alright, here we are. Let's dig in. Let me turn this back here so it sits good. Okay, this here is my TruNord button compass. And as you can see, north is that way, south is that way. I love this compass. It is just plain awesomeness. Jeweled movement, solid brass, machined. I made a little pouch, neck lanyard here. I hold it together with the Ranger band, which is another tinder source. If you light it with a Bic, it'll just burn, waterproof. Alright, dig in a little bit further here. Here on the side, whoops, this fell out. Here on the side, this is a PSK knife I made. It's on a neck lanyard made out of number 36 Tarred Mariner's bank line. And this is a rawhide sheath stitched up. It's kind of like Kydex, but it's made out it's natural, stitched up with artificial sinew. And this is, I modeled it similar after the Turley PSK knife, but it's a do-it-yourself, and it's out of a high carbon steel file, so you can use it with a piece of flint as a flint and steel set. It's just a great little knife that I made. Once again, it's, I don't know, about 1/8 inch thick, made out of a file, high carbon steel file. I think it was Nicholson brand file too. Then I got this here. This is about, I think it's 20 to 25 feet. I'm not quite sure what the measurement was, of number 36 braided tarred bank line. And this stuff is great stuff. It takes up a lot less room than paracord. I like it a lot better than paracord. Got this here. This is a couple petroleum balls and cotton. Petroleum jelly and cotton balls, not petroleum balls and cotton. Anyways, petroleum jelly and cotton balls in a Ziploc baggie here. I normally have about 3 or 4 of them in here, but I used a couple last time we were at the park. Needed to start a grill. Used a couple there. Dig in here further. This here is a hank of about 10 feet of artificial sinew. This stuff is great for sewing. You can strip it down to fine threads like normal sinew, but it's one long piece. It's a little bit, probably a little bit heavier duty than normal sinew, real sinew. This here is a piece of fatwood that I got from Dave's store because I live in an area where there's almost no fatwood in my immediate area, and it's covered in some denim that I can use for making char cloth, and I can use for just normal tinder. You can do tons of stuff with this. Maybe use it for first aid. Got a couple ranger bands on there. Also another waterproof tinder. Just a great little compact item. Next I have, how many of them do I got here? I have 3 of Dave Canterbury's keep following. Dave Canterbury's Micro Inferno, not Mini Inferno, Micro Inferno, and these are great little pellets of some type of wax, oil, alcohol, substance, soaked cotton pellets. And these burn for a good, I don't know, 6-8 minutes. Just fluff up one end, strike with a ferro rod, or light it with a big lighter this way, like they are here, without fluffing them up. They even burn longer when they're wet. Great little last ditch tinder source there. Then I have this here. This is a bottle of water purification tablets in a repackaging bottle that's like a fourth the size of the factory bottle bag. And I got this bottle from Survival Resources. It's a great little vial. I think this has what, like 20-30 tablets in it. No, I think it's about 20 tablets probably in here, just for water purification and that type of stuff. You can also probably use it for an antiseptic. Just make a really strong solution of it if you get a bite or something like that. Next I have this, and it's an aluminum 1 pint aluminum pan, kind of like small bread pan. 1 pint, exactly 1 pint. And the whole thing in this is I can boil water, I can make tea, I can make coffee, whatever. And with these tablets, there are 2 tablets per liter, or per quart. No, not liter, per quart. So 1 tablet per pint per aluminum foil container of this. It folds up flat. You can unfold it. Works great. I'm really liking it. Next here, this was a Swiss Army knife. It still is a Swiss Army knife, but I'm not sure that they would call it a Swiss Army knife. It's more like a Woods Runner Army knife, because I took it apart and modified it, but because I had the blades that I wanted and no other blades. The back 2, I had an awl and a screwdriver here, but those don't open, unfortunately, without almost breaking your fingernail. But the front here, I have the normal knife blade, small blade knife, or knife blade, and the saw blade there. That's it. It's very slim, compact. I took off the scales, so it's very slim. Fits great in here in my kit. Next, this is the main, like the biggest item in this kit, and this is an SOL space blanket, and these are great. This is the poly, the SOL, they make theirs out of polyethylene, or either polyethylene or polypropylene. I think it's polypropylene, maybe. Orange with a silver shiny coating on one side. And these are about a fourth as loud as the normal Mylar space blankets, and these don't rip like those other Mylar space blankets. These they'll stretch a little bit before they rip, and I like that a lot. I like, you also have the orange for signaling, all that. I like that. I like these SOL ones. I have here one that I took apart. I opened up, and as you can see this here, if I wrap one of these around me just inside, I pretty much immediately start sweating. So you're going to want to probably use this for making a shelter and not just wrapping around yourself. But I'm getting kind of long-winded here, so I'll hurry up and keep going. I got my pencil here, just a pencil stub of the big number 2 Chikandagua pencils, kind of like carpenter type pencils, with a short piece of glow-in-the-dark duct tape around here so I can find it at night. I have 10 feet, or no, you know what, I think this may be 5 feet of number 12 bank line, and this stuff's good for small lashing, crafting, that type of thing. This would be what I'd use if I would lash this to like a stick for a spear type thing, if I were to do that. Just found this fell out. This is another one of those Tinder tablets that I here, let me move my camera a bit, sorry about that. Missed in the bottom. This here is a sewing machine bobbin with about 40 feet of a 20-pound test spider wire braided fishing line, and this stuff is great fishing line. I love it, absolutely love it, and it hasn't let me down so far. Has a lot less line memory than the monofilament, but wound this tightly, it's going to have some line memory, unfortunately. This here is a chime ginger chew. It's basically candy, keep up your morale. I thought I had a couple more pieces in here, but I must have parted them, so I need to restock this. And these are a candy made out of pure cane sugar, a little bit of what kind of starch was it here? A little bit of tapioca starch to hold it together, and ginger. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And so that's a great little energy item there. Next here, I have, well, I think that's it in the main pocket there, but there's these two little side slots here. Let me flip this back. There. There's two little slots right here. In the back one here, I have a ferro rod wrapped with Gorilla Tape, another tinder source. This is just one of the cheap $5 ferro rods, 3/8 inch thick, and like 4 inches long, 3 inches long, something like that. Anyways, just ferro rod, good thing to have in there for waterproof fire. Okay, big lighter, mini Bic. I could have put a big Bic in here, but I would have tossed some of the other stuff. But mini Bic's good enough with all the other fire sources. I have a Fenix E05 flashlight here. It just takes a little AAA battery, just twist, one mode, that's it. Love it, great for nighttime stuff. This is more or less a convenience item, but hey, if I can fit, it's small enough, it doesn't take up much room, might as well put it in there. Then I go to the main pocket right here, and in here I have a straw tube made out of a boba straw with a mint tea bag. There's no bag part, I just emptied the tea bag into here. This is enough for about 2 cups of tea, 2.5 to 3 cups if you stretch it, of mint tea. Here's another one of a cup of chicken bouillon. Oh yeah. And I can see I can heat up water in this, so I mean hot tea, hot bouillon, won't turn that down. Then I have this here, and this is see here, 5, there's 9 UCO storm waterproof matches. And you can see wind resistant storm matches. You can see that's a pretty long match head compared to normal, with a striker pad in it also. Next here I have this, and these are a water collection bag, and it's a long skinny tube with a 1 liter line, and the bottom opens up flat, and there's this twist tie thing at the top that you can roll over like a dry bag, fold together and twist. And I can use that with the water purification tablets to purify water and everything. But it's in a little Ziploc bag. I'm not going to bother getting it out right now. Next, I have this here, and this is 10 feet. Yeah, it's 10 feet of 20-pound test steel wire, and the wire has 11 strands, so it's pretty thicker wire. So I can divide that down for crafting and stuff like that. I can process that down there. I think you can see it. Maybe not, if I can get in focus. Come on. Okay, it's not wanting to focus. But anyways, I have that in there. Snares, crafting, you name it, shelter building. Wire's great to have. Let's see, what else do I got in here? I have this straw tube, and this one here has, I think, about 4 ibuprofen tablets, 2 Benadryl, and 1 Claritin type pills in it. And this is pretty much the first aid section. If I'm out in the woods, the worst thing I want to be dealing with is allergies. I just don't want to be. You don't have anything to blow your nose on. It's a lot easier to have a little bit of preventative out there, and also pain meds in case you hurt yourself, so you can function. And this here is a straw tube with about a 1.5 cups of chamomile tea, muscle relaxant, helps you relax, get a good night of sleep so you can hike out the next day, kind of thing. Then I have this little baggie here. I think that's the last item in here. This little baggie. This baggie, I have a number of items. This here is 6 fish hooks. I think they're number 10 fish hooks. And I learned this trick from a guy on a Facebook group I'm a part of. And you take your fish hooks, you stick them to a piece of duct tape, and then you stick aluminum foil to the other side, so you can pop them out like an aspirin tablet type thing. You just pop them out when you need them, and it keeps them safe, keeps them from poking stuff. So I have that there. I'm gonna throw it out there so I can put this stuff. Then I have a number of celluloid guitar picks here. They took up so little space that I didn't feel bad throwing them in here. And I think I have 5 of them here, and these burn like I don't know what. They burn so hot. You just light them with your Bic. I have a video on my channel about doing these. They took up so little space there that I couldn't resist tossing them in there. I carry a couple of those in my wallet. I have a P38 can opener held shut with a small safety pin. I have 5 feet of waxed sewing thread. Like, this is the thick leather sewing thread. I think it's 2 ply leather sewing thread from Tandy Leather. I have a thick needle. This isn't sail needle grade, but this is thick. A big heavy duty. It can handle that. It can handle the fishing line, handle some inner strands, the bank line. You can take strands out of it. And it's in a piece of tape, and then 2 large safety pins. Anyways, that is it. And this whole pile of gear fits in this little pouch. It may take about as long as this video to put it all back in, but I mean, hey, small pouch, just put on my belt. It's just insurance, I guess. But anyways, that's my personal survival kit. Thanks, guys, and have a wonderful day.